So this is the look for Frocktails. It's the hat, it's the circle overlay necklace thing, kind of tied in the back. It's the wrap hands and the silver shirt. I'm loving it. I'm excited. I'm about to head to the party and we will break down all of this look coming soon. So Frocktails is over, finally. Just kidding. It took up a lot of my mental space and time over the last couple of weeks, but now I can just relax and enjoy other things. But I did want to follow up and do a recap, a review of the different pieces that I made for my outfit, as well as a recap of the event as a whole. So let's get into it. First, let's talk about the pants. Yes, the pants. I love these pants. I love how easy they were to put together. I love that they're self-drafted. Now, I will try them on because I want to show the details of how the fit is. I tried to add the darts at the end. I'm not sure they came out the way I wanted them to, but let's try this on. So the way you try them on, this is the inside. The darts in the front were a little closer. So you can put it on either way, front to back or back to front. So I put the front on first. So you just put it on, tie it in the back. I use just a single knot. So that's the front. Then you swing the bottom around. Yes. You put these in the front. So I try to line up the top as good as possible. Tie it up as tight as possible. And these are the pants. Very cool, very comfortable. They're nice and long, wide leg. I love them. I love them very much. Now the darts I put in the front, I wanted to put the darts because I wanted the top to fit closer in the waist. The fronds in the front don't look too bad, I don't think. But the ones in the back, they kind of poke out. I don't know if you can see that, but they poke out a little bit. I think they're too long or something. I don't know. I have lots to learn about the dart thing, but these are the pants. Super simple, super easy. Even if you don't have a pants pattern to copy, all you need to do is cut one big rectangle. I'll measure mine and put the measurements on the screen. Two big rectangles, and then in the middle, a deep U, and I'll do a rough measurement for you in case you want to make some of these. Better view of the pants will be to see the bottom. Nice and wide leg. Yeah. All right, let's talk about the top. I used the silver knit fabric that I got from the thrift store a few months ago. Super quick to put together. The pattern, the Jordan Ginger bad rep pattern, basically you cut the front and the back are the exact same. Then you have a piece to put along the neckline and a piece to put around each armhole, and comes together really quickly. My problem is my serger that I bought off of shopgoodwill.com is not quite working. Need to find someone to look at it. So I really would love to start using the serger for knit fabric, but I opted just to use my sewing machine. I think I started with a zigzag stitch, but then I wasn't liking how that came out, so I decided to kind of stretch while I sewed it a little bit so the seams wouldn't pop. Well, this neckline is a little small for my head. Like I have to take off my glasses to put things on, and I don't think it could fit over this hairstyle, but I think some seams did pop along the neckline, like when I try to take it off. Oh yeah. So yeah, I have some seams that have popped along the neckline. So I would advise if you were to make this one, especially because I feel like the arm and neck bands were a little small. Like I feel like the bands could have been a little bigger to fit the shape of the shirts so it wouldn't have to stretch so much. But it looks good on. If I were to make it again, I would definitely like lower the neckline a little bit because it kind of, you know, hit up by the neck. But super cute. I would try to make it with a serger next time. But I love the crop length. I thought it worked perfectly, so I did like this. Now let's talk about the hat. Simplicity 9560, which is a pattern from 1996. So it's probably out of print, but maybe you can find it somewhere. I enjoyed making this hat. It's the inside is kind of the opposite of the outside, and I probably could reverse it. So this is the inside. Still looks good, except for some strings. So yeah, except the outside has the band around the bottom. So the only thing I didn't like about this, putting this together, was that I had a lot of easing to do, and it probably was because I did not cut out the pattern pieces exactly. I did trace the curved pieces, such as this part and this part, so I didn't have to cut into the pattern. But for the straight parts that go around, I measured it and then measured the fabric. So like, you know, a rectangle. So that probably introduced some uncertainty into the calculation. And so there was a lot of easing. So I tried to compensate where I could. But one place that it did show up is in the band that you had to sew around to hide the seam in here. It got a little bad around towards where I ended the seam, which is close to this part. So I don't know, I might take this out and try to redo it because it doesn't look that great. So when I did wear it, I folded this down and I pinned it with a safety pin, so this part just kind of flapped over. That was the look I was going to go for anyway, but I did it strategically here to hide this little mistake here. But other than that, isn't that so cute? It's basically a tall bucket hat, like like an elevated bucket hat. I love the black and white together, and then the little top with the pie slices. This is so cute. I'm not a hat person, but I think it looked really cute with the outfit. Probably, my mom will probably get this. The small just fit my head, and I have a small head. So if you do have this pattern, if you think about making a small, just make sure your head is small as well. Finally, the piece you've all been waiting for. The statement piece, baby. Yes, look at this. I think it turned out so cute. So basically, to make the neckband, I measured around my neck. I added like maybe 3 inches so it could overlap in the back, which was probably too much because at first I put the snap here, like towards the edge. Too loose, so I put another snap here. So that just means it's adjustable for someone else. So I measured around maybe 3 inches wide times the circumference. Folded it in half, sewed it down, and added a snap in the back. So it goes around the neck like so. Easy peasy. Now this looks cute. My original plan was to have some dangles in the front and some dangles in the back, but I miscalculated and I didn't put the back pieces right where it needs to be. So it's too much to the side, so they weren't really hanging on the back like I needed them to be. So I ended up taking the two on the edge of the back and wrapping them around like this. And then just like putting these together like this. So I think that was okay. Of course the front is everything. I think they're 12 circles times 4 on each of these, and then 6 on each on the back. But I think it came out well. I think using the little strips to attach the circles instead of one long tube worked out well, because then the circles could twist and move freely instead of being like attached all at once. So I think that worked out well. I don't think you could tell. I don't see any fraying. Well, I see a little bit of fraying. But I think the fray check worked for the evening. And yeah, super easy. Just a little time consuming to cut out the circles, fray check everything. Be careful when you're fray checking, because when you use a lot of that stuff, the fumes, okay? So be careful. But other than that, a pleasure. Loved putting this together, and super easy if you want to do it as well. Now for a recap of the party itself, Baltimore Frocktails. It was held in a downtown brewery, Guilford Brewery. I'll put the address in the description box. And it was a really nice venue. We had the upstairs room, which is kind of big, and they have a bar, and they had seating, and they had some snacks to eat. Everything was set up really nice. The music was good. The DJ was good. He was playing some Baltimore club music, some oldies, so I was feeling that. The prizes were nice as well. There were a few prizes that I think a lot of people wanted. For example, there was the Aliso iron that kind of pops up on its own. I had 3 raffle tickets. I put 2 in that bag and 1 in a bag for Fabric Place Basement. Didn't win anything, including the grand prize, which was kind of a surprise. It was a sewing machine, and they picked from all the attendees the winner, and I didn't win that one either. But the real winner for me was my outfit. Was that, and meeting different creatives there, different locals from either Baltimore or the surrounding area. I really enjoyed seeing others' creations, what they interpreted the theme to be. So talking to them about their ideas, their outfits, even, their sewing history, what they like to do with their sewing. Do they sell things, or is it for them? So I definitely met some great people out there. So I think it was a fun night. Now, would I go to another Frocktails? Maybe. I don't think I would travel for one necessarily unless I knew other people that were going and we were making a trip out of it. If it was a local one, even more local than Baltimore, DC maybe, I might. I think it was my first one, and I really wanted to embrace the theme and make something really cute and awesome, which I did. But I don't know, these time crunches, maybe I'll get better over time. But let me know in the comments, have you done a Frocktails? How was the process of thinking of your idea, executing it, going to the party, and all that? Was it worth it? I think in the end it was. So thanks for following me on this journey. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of the things I have coming up. Thanks for watching.